What up, YouTube? I'm KFD. Today, I want to make a video about a Bozo-esque Japanese hot rod. The car in question isn't my beloved best damn 20R or a 4.3 Celica in town, but this guy right here, the Hot Wheels Time Attaxi. Now, I was really surprised when I saw it yesterday in AutoZone. I had to go pick up some parts for the Celica. I had considered myself an aficionado of both Japanese cars and die-cast stuff. I follow the Lamley blog, I follow Toy Pimp, I even follow Jun Imai, who we'll talk about here in a second, and I have yet to see any of this until I saw this thing yesterday. So I had to do some Googling yesterday too to try and figure out any information about it, when this thing came out, if there are any different versions of it, blah, 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 blah. I happened to see a video of a guy that actually had compared this to the Tomica CrownComfort. So if any of you guys have ever been over to Japan or anywhere in Southeast Asia, the Toyota CrownComfort taxi is like fleas on a dog. They're everywhere. This is obviously what this is based on. Now, the other thing too I noticed when I first saw this, I thought, wow, that's really a cool looking comfort taxi. I wonder what that looked like what that would look like next to my Tomica unit. Was that Jun Imai had to have made this. Now, if you've seen any recent influx in the past couple years of some really cool old school Japanese stuff from Hot Wheels, you know, the Mad Manga is one of them, which itself is, a lot of people say, is a cartoon version of the C210 Skyline. You've got other cars like the Datsun 620, the old school RX-7. There's all this other really neat stuff. They're all the result of Jun Imai, who is Kaido House Jun on Instagram. Another kind of vehicle that this made me think of too, and it's in the Hot Wheels line, is the, I think it's called the Project Speeder, which it looks like it's a 60s, 70s kind of GM hot rods. It's an open wheel car. It's missing a bumper, stuff like that. It's kind of a cool hot rod deal. That kind of has the same vibe as this. But what's really unique, what really kind of caught my eye about this car was the fact that, well, just like every other die-cast offering is your basic, typical four-part unit with two axles. That would be zinc, the glass, the interior tub, the chassis. Is the fact that the glass in this, the smoke clear plastic in this unit, extends from the front all the way to the back in this car. Whereas everything else, look at the Mad Manga, look at this, look at the Skyline, look at the Toyota Comfort Taxi, it's just going to be the glass around the greenhouse and that's it. Whereas this guy, so if you look at it, I mean, any gearhead will recognize that nose right there, you know, where the two headlights go. That's where the oil coolers are, the grill. Kind of looks like any modern Hellcat offering from Dodge, like the SRT Challenger, SRT Charger, kind of has that same funny, almost dual oblong kind of grill. That's actually carryover from the 70 to 72 Plymouth B body, but it's kind of incorporated here. It's really cool. Anyway, that part, and you see where the big giant intercooler is. Above the intercooler, you see the oil coolers in the grill. That's clear plastic. So is the cane and AirPods. Obviously the glass, and it's kind of neat too, as you see where the windshield has this windscreen. It's actually part of the casting, which I thought was kind of neat. That light, see where on the Tomica casting, it's a separate white plastic piece. That's incorporated in as well. You see the rear window, obviously. And down here, the tail light, the tail pipes are actually part of that, which I thought was kind of cool. So again, back to this door. This is kind of a typical departure from most of your die-cast world offerings. I mean, like the Tomica, for instance, it has a Dogleg Door. And while we're talking about this door, I'll just mention that if you've ever seen a Toyota Comfort Crown over in Japan, the unique thing about these cars is the fact that most of our modern cars today have the emergency brake right by the kick panel, right by your foot. My Celica obviously has it right there. Now, on the CrownComfort taxis, they've got the handle there, but that handle actually opens a rear door. One of the things I was really surprised about on this guy was the fact that for being a decidedly Asian car, it's left-hand drive and the door's on the wrong side. But again, I thought it was kind of neat that it's actually included in the red interior tub. You know, like I say, the Tomica C210 by chance, it has just your regular dog leg hinges as well. The other thing that's kind of unique too, and I don't know if it's a Hot Wheels versus Tomica thing, I don't know if it's a carryover from left-hand drive world to right-hand drive world, is if you notice I've got these guys both nose to nose. The writing also goes on the bottom of the casting, goes like on the Hot Wheels. It goes from front to back. On the Tomica, it goes back to front. The other thing too to notice is that the proportions are pretty similar, which I can't help but wonder if Jun Imai and company had actually kind of taken one of these and used it as reference. I mean, you notice that the wheelbase is really similar, despite the cartoonish offerings, the cartoonish proportions of both cars. Anyway, like I say, I hadn't made a video in a while. I'm going to share that with you guys. Hope you guys have a good day. See you later.